All right, let's get things started. What is up? How you guys doing? Oh man, yep. FOMC meeting was a classic pump and dump for crypto. However, we're going to be looking around the markets because I have a New Year's resolution and I'm going to make it happen, damn it. We're going to start playing a lot more into the stock market next year. And yeah, so we have a giant list today. Absolutely giant list. We're going to be looking at gold, silver, copper, platinum, Nvidia, Microsoft, Palantir, Google, coin. We're going to look at the total market cap, look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, AVAX, Aster, SPX, HBAR, and Tau. So huge list today. Still going to get to all the requests, but yeah, I think we should start paying attention to a lot more stuff these days and start making more gains all around. I even have a new link. I finally set up my Webull account, so now we're a part of the Webull family, and you can get some great little kickbacks if you use the link in the description down below. So, without further ado, let's start diving into it. We're staring at gold here on the weekly. As you can tell, it has done an amazing job. Absolutely amazing job, and we have huge support sitting down here at 3,437. Currently speaking, on the weekly, we do have overhead resistance, and it looks like the resistance might actually hold. So that's kind of the weird part. And we look at it on the monthly here. Monthly for gold, I mean, we are just sky high. Like, there's zero reason for this thing to keep on going. But your daily might want to actually keep the party rolling. However, I think now it's time for people to start basically taking some profits, get ready to pay some money, and it looks good though. Looks really good. Yo, what's up, Mo Money? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. And noted, if the money starts coming out of gold, this could lead to a rally in a lot of other places. There will be plenty of people looking at this as an ascending triangle. However, what I'm paying attention to is the fact that we had bearish divergence and then lower highs, and we're finding a lot of resistance here. So I'm starting to look at this more and more kind of like a rising wedge, just sort of like this, which it's a little scruffy, but it does kind of resemble that rising wedge pattern, bear flag-esque looking thing. It looks like it wants to come down a little bit. So with that being the case, we do have some levels that could act as support, and we're going to have to see how Wall Street acts with this going into the end of the year. But I'm looking for support 4,044, and then if we do fall below that, we have support sitting right there at 3,922. So a little bit of downside could be on the way. On a measured move basis, we would be looking for something kind of like this, where it would just come down, test that 3,922, and then rally out of there. But that is a 7% possible drop out of the highest amount of liquidity in all markets. I believe this thing just topped $12 trillion. So this could be a lot of money flowing into other things. Evening Porky, another day, another dump. That's true. Another day, another dump. It happens. Happens all the time. Especially when you have things like silver deciding to take a lot of gains. But also, one that I haven't seen many people talk about, platinum. Platinum's been doing amazing. But anyways, this is what I'm seeing out of gold right now. It does look like it's ready to take a nice little pullback. And I'm looking at 7% to the downside. So, play with that as you will, but major market cap here and a very, very strong possibility of this thing coming down. So PAX G for you crypto people, that's what we're looking at. What beer is on the menu tonight? No beer tonight. No beer. Not right now anyways. I have a Dr. Pepper right here, and I might tap into this one. I might drink water. I don't know. I got a rugby round robin like tournament style thing going on this weekend, so I gotta kind of watch it with the beer consumption right now. What's Porky's live, and it showed up on my feed. Nice. We're live and showing up on the feed, baby. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at for gold here. So PAX G might be the play in the coming days. Let's check your 4 hour. Let's see how that's looking. 4 hours looking nice for that short. Holy crap. So we might want to start shorting this thing as early as tomorrow. Wow, that's amazing. That means some equities probably have a lot of upside ahead, and this is kind of nice. Anyways, that is gold. Let's go check out silver. So just hit the little space bar here. Silver hitting all-time highs, going absolutely insane. So that's kind of nice to say, but let's go ahead and check out our daily real quick. Where could this party end? That's a great question. Holy moly. Here's our last consolidation here. We are just up trending like crazy. So this is what I'm looking for out of silver. Whew. So it looks like we're about to hit a resistance at 63.36. If we break that, we could hit 74.51. Let's look at Sui. We will look at Sui. Sui. We will get there eventually, Damien. We have a massive list because we're looking at precious metals, stocks, total, and then we're getting to all the crypto stuff. So buckle up, buddy. Buckle up. The more I was looking at all the markets, the more I realized, like, money never is lost. It just moves to a different area. Zcash. You want some Zcash? Got you covered. Zcash. ZEC. We'll check out some Zcash. Loon C, interesting call. I've been seeing a lot more hype around Loon C lately. We'll check it out. All right, so silver. If this thing decides to keep on going, absolutely wild. You could see it at 74.51. That, I believe, would be a blow-off top. I do believe that. What's up, Hoover? How you doing? Welcome in. One more request. SSK. Got you covered there. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the weekly here for silver. Silver is just, it's on the moon. It is on the moon right now. If it does continue, we're going to be looking for just a little bit more upside. It's hard for me to say that it's going to keep doing it, but it could do another 20%. I would prefer to see a lot of consolidation up here, but beggars can't be choosers. I will say the bearish divergence got canceled out, and now we are not putting in any bearish divergence on the 4 hour. So all that we have is we're in the overbought territory. I would expect some chop, let it come down, let it reset, and then we'll see what the market wants to do from there. Checking out copper. Now, copper has been interesting. I was looking at this the other day, and I was like, oh, it looks like it could come down. We had a break of this uptrend, and then we got a green day right after. Interesting look, especially after this crazy plummet to the downside. But if we go out to the weekly here, let's get rid of some of this noise, some of this stuff I was looking at. Get rid of all of this, and we just focus on this because we did still make a higher low. This is looking like this 618 golden retrace, this resistance up here on the daily at $5.42. This could be causing some issues. However, we are not overbought on the weekly. All we had was bearish divergence on the weekly. This could result in a lower high, which could lead to some bad times. But we are still uptrending, still going up, and apparently these sharp drops are normal before you start making new highs. So copper has me utterly confused on what it's trying to do here, but it is trying to get some gains. If we were to look at this as a trend, considering it is an uptrend, we would be looking at it sort of like this, where we're still looking to touch that 615. If we can break that 615, cool. We'll go to $8. And then copper is going to be more expensive than ever. Good luck buying wires. Good luck. But that's based off the weekly, not being overbought. Your daily, it's trying to reset while trading sideways, which is cool and all. It's just, I think if gold starts pulling back, I think copper might want to go with it. Because we did have a very nice, strong uptrend here that is now finally being regarded as a resistance. This could bring us down to about 503. So not too much of a downside, just a little bit. And that could yield something like about a 4.56% to the downside. But trend is your friend till the end. Just remember that. Trend is your friend. We could be going straight up to 615. So yeah, copper has me confused, but it is what it is. Moving on, we got platinum. Platinum I was looking at the other day, and I was like, holy shit, didn't know it was so darn good. Had no idea that it was doing so well. Just a straight line up. What was the other platinum I was looking at? I think it was this one. Here we are. Okay. This is the one I was looking at. So, beautiful movement to the upside. Nice uptrend here. Break to the upside. We're looking at the possibility of getting up to 1852 or even as high as 2022. This thing is insane. Resetting your stochastic on the weekly, still overbought. You tried to put in some bearish divergence. However, it's not pulling back just yet. Still breaking above the weekly candle closes and holding it as a support. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Looking at the daily, you had your bearish divergence, you reset, and now you're starting to rally again. So I have high hopes for platinum here. I think it's about to do exactly what silver's doing. So let's go platinum. Let's see you get your 10% to 32% to the upside. This thing is insane. So precious metals for the win. All right, NVIDIA here. NVIDIA, I'm quite bearish on. I got this already set up for you. Looks like it could be a 19 to a possible 28% move to the downside, testing the 148 or even getting as low as 132. So whatever NVIDIA is doing, it looks like some profit taking is coming into play. And this daily time frame, this looks like a perfect little bear flag to me. I would be putting in some puts. I'd be shorting this thing. Going into the new year, I do think there should be some profit taking, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, here's a setup. It looks nice, looks great. Let's check out Microsoft. If I'm flying through this a little fast, it's literally just because, you know, I got a big list here. So if you guys want me to go back on anything, let me know. All right, looks like we double topped on Microsoft. Great to see. And the downtrend has started. Downtrend has started. I don't understand this bear flag right here. Wow, what a nice little move there. So let's go ahead and check out where we could be leading next. Right here, double top, triple top on the daily. I'm looking for 446 coming in next. So Microsoft looks like there's a bit of profit taking happening. Could get another 6.75% to the downside from where it's at. Already lost 2.74% on the day. Damn. Give it enough time, you might even come as low as 389. Oof. Woof. It's terrible. Let's check out the weekly. Are we overbought still? Not at all. Weekly looks pretty darn good. We have the 50 simple sitting there. If we do catch a bounce from here, this might be really nice, but they are playing some games with Microsoft right now. Not sure what Microsoft did wrong. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, in the short term, I'm still looking for that 6.75% to the downside. It could lead to a cascading effect to the downside. We'll see. We'll see. But remember, we still have an uptrend to work off of. So I don't think we're going to get too much lower than 345, even on a wick. We'll see what they do. Google! Holy shit. Okay, I meant to look at Google earlier today, and I didn't. And, oh, wow. Thing's pretty overbought. I don't think I would want to play with this. I do not think I want to play with this, but just looking at the trend, looking at how crazy this thing is, we could be heading into the stratosphere. Should have a ton of resistance at 343. If it breaks that, honestly, sky's the limit. Who knows? Who knows? That is wild. Let's go ahead and get some levels here. Just for some ideas of a pullback. Just for some ideas. All right. No, I'm taking the high road. I'm taking the high road. There we go. There we go. And I'm not even going to pay attention to those, really. Let's go into the daily. Daily looks ridiculous. Just bearish divergence being formed right now, but it looks like it's bull flagging out. That's insane. All right, we'll see what this thing does. If it decides to keep going, 468 could be the next target. Holy shit. That's absolutely crazy. Alrighty, moving on from here. Bonk about to break a pennant. Could be good short. Nice. These stocks are not like crypto. They are allowed to go exponential because they actually make money. Yeah, I know. I already know that. But still, you're accounting for no profit taking at the end of the year. People got to pay taxes, man. Profit taking happens. Oh, you're in a great short on Aave at the moment. Nice. Did you want to look at Bonk or Aave, or were you just letting the crowd know? But yeah, right now Google looks really good. Looks like it's about to try and make another leg up. If it does, whew, 468 could be the target. If you can break above 343. Wild. Wild. Checking out Coinbase. All right, Coinbase. I had this thing set up already. Looks like 21% downside could be coming to Coinbase based off the daily. We have this beautiful bear flag here. We have a downtrend to work off of, and we're below the 200. So Coinbase looking like it might be a good shorting opportunity. Look at UCN. All right, UCN. We will check that one out for you. But yeah, this thing looks like it's perfectly fine and ready to go to the downside. Crypto right now is getting absolutely ravaged, so it kind of makes sense. Looking at your weekly here, we are fighting with the 50 simple moving average. Not a good look for Coinbase, so we'll see how long it takes for them to get out of this little funk. I'm thinking as soon as the new year starts, maybe some money flows back into Coinbase. Then we test this other downtrend here, but we're really going to have to find out later. Really going to have to wait and see. So Coinbase right now catching the shaft. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow is just going to be a completely up and green day. But it doesn't look very nice right now. Does not look nice right now. Checking out Total. And Total looks like dog poo-poo as well. That is wild. Absolute dog poo-poo. But on the weekly, we're pretty much reset. Hey, Porky, you look how do you think about Loon C? I think it's a meme. So I think right now it has that meme momentum. That's my thoughts on Loon C right now. Alright, so Total, we're still waiting to break out of this downtrend. We are maintaining our uptrend for the meantime. But if we lose this uptrend, we lose $262.63 trillion in the total market cap of crypto. This could cause some serious problems. Could cause serious problems. Checking out your daily here. The daily is also looking a little bear flaggish. So we legitimately could come down, test this 2.63 trillion, and then bounce out of there and start rallying. We're going to have to wait and see. We're really going to have to wait and see. This it's not in a very, very strong spot right here. I like that we're resetting everything on the 4 hour. We got to reset that daily. The daily is it's really holding us back at the moment. And then if we do look at this as some form of bear flag, it's like, here's your uptrend. We can come down, touch it, bounce, and then bounce out of there. Great. If we don't, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. But we do have 2 levels of support right below us. So I would just wait for another higher low to be confirmed and then jump in there. Hello, sir. How are you doing this evening? Are you more bearish or bullish at this point on 15-minute BTC? I don't know. I'm about to do BTC. We'll see. We'll see. So Bitcoin here. I just did total. Total, I'm thinking it's going to come down a bit. Bitcoin, it's doing the same thing as total because Bitcoin is the market cap. So, not looking fantastic in my opinion. Not looking fantastic. And it's the daily that I'm worried about. The 15-minute I don't actually care about right now. It's the issues with the daily. I'm sorry if you already went through all of that. I know I'm a bit late. Scratch it if you didn't. No, it's all good. I'm doing it now. So this is looking like a huge bear flag to me. The fact that we do have a high stochastic on the daily, we're about to get a bearish cross. This is very mediocre price action. Very, very mediocre. This is giving me the feeling that we're about to come down for a confirmation low, somewhere around 80,734. If we get our confirmation low, awesome. Love it. We're gonna enjoy. And then we can rally out of there. But until we get that confirmation, we are just waiting. We either need a breakout, a confirmation at 88,890, or we need to come down, get that confirmation low, break out, then get a higher low. We're just kind of sitting back and waiting to see what the market wants to do. Jerome Powell said some nice things today, but he did not say we are doing real quantitative easing yet. Therefore, we're still in crypto. We're kind of in the same spot. It's not looking great, okay? Until the Fed pulls their head from being completely lodged up their ass and decides, oh, people are really going to lose their jobs and not get them back. We need to turn on the money printer and get these rates as close to zero as possible. Crypto is kind of suffering at the moment. So we're waiting. We're just waiting. Can't fight the Fed, even when they're being retarded. Can't fight them. Could you please look at H-bar and Jupe? Sure can. We'll put Jupe down. H-bar's already on the list, so got you covered. Yo, what's up, Jason? How you doing? How you doing? So yeah, right now, this is just, it's looking like an absolute bear flag to me. It does not look good. Looks like 93,761 is posing as major resistance. I know there's some people in the community who are saying, oh, bear market, top is in. We still haven't gotten a common retrace either. So to say top is in also to me sounds false. Somebody I saw on Twitter somewhere, they're like, oh, it's all the makings of a Head and Shoulders. Well, either way, we got to go up to 104 to get there. So until we do that, I don't care. Until I get some form of confirmation in either direction, we just stick to the trend. And the trend is down. Last time Powell played this game, he rode the train over the cliff. 2019, 2020 was Powell showing his ass. We will not repeat the past Fed mistakes followed by historic printing. Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point, Jim. Evening, sir. Happy holidays. Did you look at Sol yet? Not yet. We will get there, though. We will get there. How you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Actually, Jim, you would have been proud. We covered all the precious metals. I skipped over Palantir, though. We do have to look at Palantir, because Palantir was, like, in the green, and how did I not even put it on my watch list? I fucked up. Alright, hold on. Palantir. So now Palantir here, we were saying could go down, could go up. Looks like the up happened, so 12% upside played out. We did have this thing looking bear flaggish, but then we broke, held support, and ran. We can get rid of that bearishness. Get rid of that bearish shit. We also broke back into the uptrend. Palantir is absolutely insane. What's up, LNE? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Time to accept it or what it is. Meet Damien. It just, where's your confirmation? That's my question. Where is your confirmation? I don't see it on the chart. I see it's gone down. No confirmation. So until there's confirmation, it is a bearish trend in an otherwise bull market. That's all I got for you. Commodities are the hot topic, especially natural gas and rare earths. Can't blame you. Love it. Love it. All right, so looking at Palantir here, it does look like this uptrend is still intact. Insane. You did not make a lower low. Holy shit. So you could have a rally all the way up to 225? What the fuck? Really? Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. I wouldn't trust this. It's looking a lot like a lower high is about to take place, but holy crap, that is insane. It's a possibility. Apostle local bottom found on Sol. And maybe we'll see. If Bitcoin goes down, it's not going to matter. It'll take the whole market down with it. It'll take the whole market. I'll believe this everything bubble is over when Palantir and Nvidia finally sync. Well, we did do the TA on Nvidia. Nvidia looks like it's coming down. It really looks like it's about to come down. So I'm gonna be interested to see how that thing plays out. But I'm banking on at least 20% to the downside. So, but this right here, Palantir, golly, this thing's like a little cockroach. I swear, just won't die. But anyways, yeah, target right now 225.93 based off the uptrend. And then if we continue, you could see 277. And noted, your daily time frame does not look great here. Your weekly time frame, the weekly, a lot of bearish divergence. We're waiting for the lower high. That's all that we're waiting for. Once you get that first lower high, which could be coming, that could be rough. That could be real rough. So let's see where we're at the moment. And at the moment, we are just above that 618. So you're thinking it's going to test the 786 or the 886. We're going to see what it does around that 195 to 201 level. We're going to see. We're going to see. We lost 50-week moving average on Bitcoin. Everyone, it does that. It's a bear market. Okay. Hey, Damien, enjoy being right for now. And then when it goes back up, I don't want to hear shit. Because I know as soon as it's over, you'll be, oh, bear market's over. We're in a bull market now. And it's going to be like, okay. I would argue Bitcoin has never been in a bear market. Every sell-off has held previous highs. You know, that's fair. That is a fair assessment. And that's just because you're looking at those higher time frames. And you're right. All the weekly closes below the 50 MA. How much more confirmation you need? A lower high. I think I said it 5 times. A lower high. A lower high. A lower high. Like you see Palantir here. We get a lower high. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Especially because institutions are driving this thing. So I'm expecting institutions to do what institutions do. Get a lower high. Yeah, that's what they do. So it doesn't make sense that this time we're not doing it. Makes no sense at all. None. So instead it's just, oh, we're going to, on the weekly, come down here into the bearish control zone. What happened the last time we were in the bearish control zone? Oh, we were down here. All the way down here in the depths of the bear market. So you're saying with a higher low, we're in a bear market. With a higher low, we're in a bear market. Motherfucker, what? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Every single time we say, retail is not here, institutions are driving it, that literally means this time is different. That literally means that. So this time, it is the institutions playing their game. This is what they do. They play their games. And all I can see here is the fact, oh, we're down. We're having a higher low on the weekly, lower RSI. That's hidden bullish divergence. I need confirmation. That's what I need. Otherwise, this is an extraordinarily bullish chart. It's so bullish that at the moment, you would look like a crazy person to be like, I'm selling everything. Why? Oh, because we lost a moving average. That dictates everything. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm not really in the same ballpark here. Still in denial. You call it denial. I call it reading a chart. And that's what we're here for, reading a chart. Until the chart tells me, hey, we're putting in a lower low. Oh, okay, cool. Lower low. Now we can talk about something else. Until that happens, what are we talking about? The most denial I hear here is you. You are the denial. That is what we're seeing here, because I can point it out directly on a chart. You can see RSI is going straight frickin' down, and then you see price action going straight up, and you're gonna say this is the most bearish time of Bitcoin. Great. I love it. Make it more bearish. The start of the uptrend has only created higher lows and lower RSI. Nope, super cycle's fake. We not reading charts anymore? We're just out here guessing? Is that what this is? Oh, it's feelings. That's what it has to be. It has to be feelings. No. 2005 is a great parallel, in my opinion. So many people sold out in 05, then tried to chase in 07, having missed 06. That is wild. That is wild. So yeah, either way, this is what I'm seeing here. Considering in stocks, all I ever look at is the weekly and the daily. If I'm looking at Bitcoin on the weekly, this looks great. Oh, let's talk about the MACD. I don't care. I don't even look at the MACD. Do you realize that? I don't look at the MACD. Period. Dot. The MACD. Oh, it showed a red dot. Yeah, next month it could be green. I don't give a shit. Want to open longs right now, but I expect they will sweep before going. Once again, we could get a confirmation low down here at 80,734. Could get that confirmation, and everybody would be like, oh, see, we're going down, and then we rally after. So, I'm here for the comedic delivery. Hey, man. Some people come for the TA, other people come for the comedy. It is what it is. But, looking at our daily here, the daily has me worried about that confirmation low coming. So, the daily is telling me, hey, we're probably going to see a little more downside before we see upside. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to get me to sell off my Bitcoin. It's not going to get me to freak out. Could get a confirmation of 74K too. How would that be a confirmation? That would be a lower low. That would not be a confirmation. So, I no. Getting all the way down here to this wick low, you would officially have like, oh, okay, there's actually a real reason to be super bearish. But it is what it is. Touch base for Santa shows up. Touch base before Santa shows up, right? So yeah, right now, short term, I could see Bitcoin making another little push to the downside. Could be up to a 10% drop. Mentally prepare for that. Mentally prepare for that. We're going to see how quickly it takes for the stochastic to reset. We could find support at 86.9. Could be that. Oh. Thank you, Boo. Is he alright?
Yeah, because he's on the ground.
Oh, okay. Got it. There's a lot of liquidity down there. Maybe. In the short term, overnight, I had this weird feeling because the 4-hour is resetting and we're starting to see a little touch of green. We might see some overnight rallying, and that's based off the liquidation heat map. Last time MACD went red. The last time it was driven by retail. Was last time driven by institutions or retail? I think it was retail. So this time it's not retail. It's institutions. Yeah, it's sorry. We're gonna see how the institutions play it this time around. But you know, last time doesn't matter, in my opinion. All right, we have a little slew of liquidity down here at 89,000. The funding rate is a little hilarious for longs. I agree with Rich, right? So yeah, looking at this down here, we do have a little bit of liquidity at 89,124. We're gonna see what happens. Solana breakpoint conf. Breakpoint Conference starts today in Abu Dhabi. Seoul usually pumps during that time. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Cool. The electrical cost to mine Bitcoin is 71K. Doubt it will go below that. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sure it could dip below it for at least a week or two, and then they'll just pop it right back up. You weren't here last time. Were institutions here? The institutions were in the background, but the retail was driving the market. So retail, they act differently than institutions. Right now, the institutions don't really like that retail is over in the stock market because it's throwing them off. They can't play their usual games. So they're playing their games here in crypto, but they can't do it in the stock market the same. In the past, it has never gone below the electrical cost to mine, which is 71K currently. That's interesting. Never? I thought it went down like back in, what was that? Like just before COVID. It got down just below it for like a week. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong. But yeah, a little bit of liquidity to the downside. Not very many people willing to short Bitcoin right now, which is kind of interesting. So not much friction to the upside. Could be nice for some movement. Let's check out the weekly here. As we do come close to the end of the week, still we got liquidity down here, but with this move, they took out all the shorts and they're taking out all the longs. Interesting stuff. Breaking point is Solana's annual flagship conference, part TED Talk, part product launch, Frenzy. Ecosystem drops major announcements, new projects, the hype that traditionally pumps Sol price. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So, yeah, we do still have liquidity to the downside here on Bitcoin. Something to keep in mind. It's looking like we could see that come to fruition. Get all the longs out before they start trying to push the price up. But I still think we're resetting that 4 hour pretty quick. We're still putting in a higher low. Your 1 hour is almost in oversold territory. This starts leading me to believe we might see a little overnight rally before they sell it off in the morning. So we'll wait and see. Checking out Ethereum here. Ethereum, great move to the upside. We hit our second little block, which is nice to see. And then we pulled right back. So checking out our daily time frame. Same boat as Bitcoin. We are testing that 50 simple. The death cross is there. We could get as high as that 200. I think it's going to be a little tough to break out. But what I'm seeing is we had a downtrend. We are now broken out. We could come back down into this level somewhere around this 2798. And we could get a confirmation low before really rallying. So this is looking pretty decent. Looking pretty decent. Hex die. We'll check it out. Hex die. We'll check her out. New York wants those longs. They love knocking out the leverage. I mean, they're doing a great job of it. It's hard to argue with the perma bull. Damien was not here during the bearish times. He was not here during the bearish times. All right. PLSXDAI. We'll check out the pulse die also. So yeah, looking at this, we are looking for the very strong opportunity of downside here on Ethereum, and eventually, I don't know about overnight, but in the morning, we could see up to a 9% drop out of Ethereum, and it wouldn't really be that big of a deal. It would just be confirmation lows, higher low situation after a breakout. After that, we could see a rally all the way up to 4,076. We'll see how they play this one. Checking out Solana here. I know you guys really desperately want this to be a confirmation low. It looks way too bearish. This sideways consolidation, you had the opportunity with the higher high. You just put in a lower high. Now you're expecting more downside. This does not look good. Solana, I would probably like it a lot better. Down somewhere in the neighborhood of 113. I don't really like it right here, especially considering on the 4 hour, You had a very, very distinct level of support. You broke straight through it at 131.86. You broke through it. It doesn't look great. It looks kind of like dog poo poo, and it looks like it wants to go lower. So, in the meantime, in between time, we could see this thing come all the way down to 113. Solana cooked. Not really cooked. It's just the momentum is not in crypto. The momentum is in precious metals, and it looks like Google. In your opinion, wait, see you at $40. $40 for Solana. As of right now, I think it would be really tough to get down to $40 because you do have a lot of support of 78. But hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But yeah, as of right now, breaking an uptrend, not a good look. Very bad luck. Very, very bad luck in my opinion. Massive chest, what? Bought an entire Bitcoin at 3K. I've been here for a while. Alright. 3K, or do you mean 3,100? There's a big difference. 3K came before that bull run. That 19,700 whatever. 3K came before that. So big difference there. Sol ETH chart is terrible for Sol. I don't even compare those two. Are you thinking it may drop during UK? We've been dumping since the end of New York. I don't know. So your 4 hours not oversold. You have plenty of room to the downside. Problem is, it's the 1 hour. It's the 1 hours that look great. You're hitting that oversold territory. You could trade sideways all night. But I would like to see it come up and at least get a bearish backtest at 131. That would be nice. Because that would mean, hey, we can go short here. What was once acting as a support became a resistance. That would be really nice. Never bought any Bitcoin. Always considered it. Wow. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. So yeah, you would really prefer it to get back up to 131, get out of this oversold territory, and then short it from there. But it's really tough to say if UK is just going to send it straight down or allow it to bounce. Either way, most people would be betting to the downside because you have support at 125. It's one of those, you're in between two levels. Who knows? If you have the patience and the will forth to put a stop loss all the way up here around 136, that might be a better option. Might be, but I'm not going to give you financial advice. All I'm going to do is point out what I see on the chart. So, moving on from Solana, we got XRP. Not very bullish consolidation, but, it could be more bearish. Could look more bearish. Either way, apparently this is the future of finance. So, there's that. Been here since 2017. Nice. I remember in 2017, I looked at crypto as it was hitting that 19K. Was it 17? As it hit that 19K, I was just like, wow, that's amazing. People must be happy. And then I went back to drinking. I remember staring at the price on Robinhood because I was only playing in stocks at that time. Only in stocks. And then Robinhood, I pulled up the Bitcoin chart and I was like, whoa, that's really high. That got me interested in crypto. Yeah, XRP just seems like it's bleeding out right now. Until you can get back above 212 and stay above it, as well as this other downtrend, I'm going to think you're going to 155. Always been stock, bond, commodity guy. Crypto is fun to trade though. Forex has gone to the bots. That makes sense. 84% of Forex accounts blew up versus 81% of crypto accounts. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. I was buying ETH at 17 in March 2017. A GDAX. The old Coinbase Pro. Nice. I think the lowest I ever saw Ethereum when I actually paid attention, it was $99. I bought 3 of them. My dad told me he was looking at Bitcoin under 100, but never bought. Hey, makes sense. Didn't know what it was. That makes sense. So yeah, XRP, not much to talk about it, but It has one of two things it could do. It could touch $2 once again, hold it as, or sorry, $1.91. Once again, hold it as support. Then everybody's gonna be like, double bottom achieved. Problem I'm having here is like, you already confirmed the low. Why would you have to confirm it a fourth time? It just looks like it's bleeding out to me. So I would like to see it at 155. Then see if you can maintain that. If you can't, well, you got a nice little plunge to the bottom here, 66 cents. We'll see what the Wall Streetians want to do on that. All right, looking at AVAX, I'm about to lose my shirt on AVAX. Literally about to, because I jumped into a long here. I'm now underwater on the long, but it looked good to me. We had bullish divergence, higher low, and then we were rallying, and it's taken all back. So I'm underwater on this trade. We're going to see if I get stopped out or not. The daily looks like it wants to go down to $10. Your 4-hour looks like it's trying to reset. There's some arguing here. The bulls and the bears are going crazy. So we'll see if it actually holds. Otherwise, I'll see you at 10.58. This could be really bad for my trade. Oh well, is what it is. Checking out Aster. So Aster, I was making some hints during my time inside of Discord. There we go. Inside of Discord, and I was like, it's probably nothing. But you know what? I still think this has some opportunity here. We are staying above that 90-cent level, and if we stay above it, we could get a rally up to $1.01 to $1.13. There's an opportunity for upside here. It is fighting with a downtrend, so if Bitcoin gets that weird overnight rally, I do think this thing is going to rally pretty hard. You remember GDAX? Nice. Did we look at Zcash yet? No, we haven't. I'm almost done with my list. Almost done. We got SPX, HBAR, and Tau. Then we're going to get into your guys' requests. Had the same problem with Costco. I was offered the opportunity to participate in IPO at $21. Split adjusted. The stock went to, wow. Chase learned a hard lesson. That's crazy. That is crazy. So if we do get that overnight rally I'm thinking of, Aster might make a killing. We hit the 786 on the pullback, and now we're catching bids. Great to see that. The 4-hour stochastic is almost reset, so I wouldn't expect this thing to really rally that hard overnight, but in the morning, this could get a nice little morning pump if bids come into crypto. If they don't, well, new all-time lows are an opportunity. So we'll see what Aster does. But I'm thinking a test of that 113 level, it could be really nice. Could be really nice. Moving on from Aster, we got SPX. Staring at this one a little earlier. Oh, I thought we were going to hold on to support. No. We are below 59 cents. The longer we stay below this, the more likely 47 cents and a confirmation low could be coming in. So to the downside, we could be seeing SPX coming down 19% if things get nasty. Otherwise, we're going to look at this as a bullish consolidation. It's kind of a shame. We had a bullish cross of our moving averages on the 4-hour, and then we just annihilated it to the downside. Let's all pray and hope the 1-hour can carry us home, because almost oversold. Not quite, but almost oversold. We could see a rally up to 88 cents if things get better. If they get better. Moving on to HBAR. HBAR. Apparently beautiful trade setup that played out. Let's go, baby! And then it sold off. Hey, I feel good about that trade setup, though. Look at that. Look at that. Anyways. We're now below a level of support. Not good. Looks like a bearish backtest, too. Not good. The 1-hour. Oversold. Kind of nice. Could see a rally. Checking out your daily time frame, though. I would prefer if we actually touch that 12.594 again. So come back down here, touch it, and then start moving. That'd be fine. Perfectly fine. So this one I would be more of a sit on my hands and wait type situation, because huge downtrend. Trying to maintain a level of support is very hard. While you're still in that downtrend, you're kind of just waiting when it breaks that 12.594 so you can go down to 8 cents. That's really what the market seems to be doing here for HBAR. It just, it's not looking great. So the whole market needs to get really bullish really fast. Otherwise, this is going down into the dirt. Moving on, Tau, BitTensor, For having a halving, this thing is doing terrible. 216 is what I'm aiming at. 216. I was bullish the other day. I thought it was going to do well. This price action here on the daily looks like dog poo-poo. So I would be betting against it. I would be thinking 23% to the downside. Go test 216. And we have a strong possibility of making some money off this one. You tested it once, twice, 3 times. You failed. Rule of 3 in markets actually matters. So 3 attempts, fail, go down, find lower prices. Maybe somebody cares. Maybe. So this one, yeah, I'm thinking 23% downside. Just so sad. On a halving event, getting sold off. Ouch. That's brutal. That is brutal. Dash looking like it may want to do something. Sweet. Awesome. Love to hear that. All right, let's get into your guys' requests. We're going to start off with Hex Die. We're going to choose the top one. So Hex Die is in the toilet. Did not get the rally we expected. Oof. Oof. We are down at all-time lows. All-time lows. And on the daily, high stochastic. This is not a good look. This is looking like Richard Hart is selling off more of his Die or Hex token. This is not grand. Not great. You basically had a level of resistance that you confirmed as resistance. All-time lows coming in hot. I would be betting against this. Sorry to say. Would be betting against this, looking for a lot more downside. Because it is price discovery to the downside, you were not supposed to find this as a resistance. Period. Dot. It was supposed to be a support. So, I wish it the best of luck. But as of right now, if we see any bearishness out of Bitcoin, we're going to see 1442 getting touched. Getting a little snifferoony. 60% possible downside. So, better pray for Bitcoin. Better pray for Bitcoin. This looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. How do you make money on shorting when Kraken says I need to own 10 million in assets to use margin? Duh. So we have these beautiful links in the description down below where you can not only get deposit bonuses, but you can also open an account with an exchange that is not trying to extort you. So you can actually trade as little as $5. Actually, I mean $1. You can trade as little as you want. You throw it in your perpetuals account, and then you just enjoy leveraging your life away. Margin and perpetuals are completely different. And the idea of you need 10 million in assets to use margin on Kraken, that makes no sense at all. That makes absolutely no sense. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So yeah, use the links in the description down below. Enjoy the deposit bonuses and start playing with some of the house's money. But perpetuals, that's the way you want to go with crypto. That is definitely the way you want to go with crypto. Right, Pulse Die is next. PLSXDAI. Alright, we're going to check out the first one. Pulse Die. You are at the bottom of your range. No problem at all. No problem at all. Big exchanges slowly peeling off the mask to reveal the digitized banks of the future. Collateral requirements like it's JP Morgan. That's crazy. That's crazy. You need 10 million in assets in order to sounds like China, honestly. No, actually, that's one thing I really like about Webull. So Webull, you can play around in crypto as well. It's just they're gonna ask for your shoe size and as well as your blood type and maybe your firstborn's name if you have that, and then they can tax you properly. But no, it's crazy. They're kind of just like, oh, just deposit some money. If you get referrals, great. We're gonna give you both money. Oh, okay, cool. But man, I don't like that they have so much information on me. But next year, I will be playing in the stocks a lot more. A lot more in the stocks. Alright, Pulse Die. Interesting little consolidation here. Problem I have. You came down this low. You're going to have to test it not only one more time, but a third time. Before you can really get excited about this thing doing anything nice. So it would be something in the realm of like you touch, you come back down, you break, you come back down, You come up and then you touch, and now you can rally. It's gonna be a long time before this thing matters. Prop firm fun for 2026, my man. I have not looked into prop firms yet. I'm debating on looking into those. I need to get more comfortable with trading stocks first. But yeah, no, I see the prop firms. I've just also looked at all of the horror stories of the prop firm not wanting to pay out, and it's like, ooh, I don't want to be a part of that. I really don't want to be a part of that. But no, I see like Patrick Whalen, the YouTuber. That guy makes a lot of money off his prop firms. You know what? Kind of like the idea. I like the idea. But if I'm doing like day-long trades, I feel like my success rate could be pretty good. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Things for the future. But prop funds, they do look like a good time. They really look like a good time. All right, so yeah, this thing, I don't really like it too much. I think you're very limited on your upside right now. I think right now for this, it's going to be really, really tough to break above that 195. You could be range bound for like a year. I'm not kidding about the time frame either. You could be range bound for a year. So I don't find this to be worthwhile. Weekly looks fine for upside. Daily looks terrible. You're showing major hidden bearish divergence right now while being underneath the 200 daily. That's not a good look. Really not a good look. What was acting as a support is now a major resistance. I wish you the best. I wish you the best. You can trade stock futures on MEXC. I just don't know which VPN I need for MEXC. So I haven't played around on MEXC in a really long time. And the less VPN I need, the better. The better. All right, Sui, we finally got there. Which VPN are you using, Damien? Are you using the Nordic VPN or is it something else? All right, looking at Sui. Sui looks good. You have a confirmation low on the daily. The only problem is this high stochastic and this longer term downtrend. That's what I don't like. I don't like that part. The fewer sponsors your VPN has, the better. That's funny. The fewer sponsors your VPN has, the better. That's fair. I use Nord. Nice. Alrighty, so interesting look here. We have a level that should be acting as a support, but it's struggling right now. We're falling below it. Been using it forever. Nice. I forgot. I think I was using like Pure VPN for a long time, and Pure VPN it just doesn't hit the same. Doesn't work right, you know. So I think I do need to switch over to Nord. The fact that I need a VPN anyways, God, it's annoying because sometimes I forget to turn it on. Ugh, that's a headache and a half. So the less having to use a VPN, the better. All right, so yeah, right now on the daily, Sui is doing something very, very bad. You have extraordinarily high stochastics. Looking at it on the 4-hour, this kind of looks like you had a nice little high, and lower high. So on the bear flagness, so right here on the bear flagness, right there, you have broken down. That's unfortunate. That's terrible. We wish the best for Sui, but Sui right now, you are touching that 886, so you're expecting a bounce to the upside. If you do bounce, I'm thinking somewhere in this general vicinity between the 618 and the 50. This is going to pose to be a very big area to try and break above, but could be a good spot for shorting. NordVPN, nice. BTTC offers tokenized stocks. Do they really? BTTC. Interesting. Yeah, there's so many products out there. It's hard to keep up. It really is. Might be a great opportunity to short all the way down to a perfect measured move to 137.28 and another confirmation low if the market does us dirty in the morning. So we could see this thing start dropping horrendously going into Christmas. Give us some of those holiday discounts. Could be another 11.6% to the downside. Yes, sir, BTCC. All right. So that's Sui right now. bit bearish on it. Not oversold on the 4-hour yet. Looking like the lower time frames want to give it a little rally. We'll see how it goes. No KYC. That's the best part. That is the best part. All right, let's check out some Zcash. Zcash, good movements. Holy crap. Really good movements. Okay. So putting in the higher lows, as long as you stay above 373, holy smokes, we could be heading straight up to 559. Nice. 4-hour looks pretty darn good. The daily could look better. Could definitely look better. You have a level that was acting as support, currently acting as a resistance. You can see it right here, plain as day. Popped up there. You're hitting it. It's not looking good there. Not looking good there. Somebody's going to call this a bear flag. I can guarantee that. It might be me. But with this being said, it looks good on the 4-hour, but we could see this thing pull back all the way down to 290. So this one's a little up in the air. It's up in the air. I don't know. ABO announced the first commercial patient treatment. The FDA approved that I can't read these words. A first of its kind autologous gene therapy for treating wounds in adult and pediatric. Cool. I can't read half those words. It must be important. What? Hooked on phonics, guys. We need to up the memberships. I'm not getting enough memberships. The Hooked on Phonics has run dry. Go Soul, you bastard. That's funny. Soul starting to move up. Is everything getting that overnight pump right now? You like to request? Oh god, here we go. BTC/ZF1 exclamation point. God damn it. All right. BTC ZF1 exclamation point, and you want USP exclamation point, or 1 exclamation point. 10-year inflation swap. Interesting. Bringing back the weird chart. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right, Zcash on the 1-hour also looks really good. As for the 1-hour, we did have a level that was acting as resistance. Right here became support. Now is acting as support once again. The first time, nobody knows. Second time, everybody knows. Zcash might be the play. This might be the most bullish coin of the night. Most bullish coin of the night. We're calling it. Where's DZ? Where's DZ at? We're aiming at 559 right now for Zcash. Apparently, we need our privacy. We need our privacy. We could be looking at the possibility of 37% to the upside. You know what? I kind of like this one. I like this one a lot. Get a stop loss just below that 373. Let's see how much of a percentage down that is. I like this. I like it a lot. 8%. We can only 10x this. We can only go 10x. Oh, ballsy moves. I might just wait for the morning. Who knows? Let's check the 15. Let's check the 15. Ooh, 15 has me scared. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for the morning. I'm not going to trade that. I'm going to wait for the morning. See there? 15 has me nervous. We're below that 200. Oof. The 200 matters. The 200 actually matters. We could go up, touch that 200, and roll right on over. I'm going to be looking for support at 373. If we don't get that support at 373, I'll see you at 290. But this has me a little nervous. A little nervous. We could get a little donkey punch to the downside, you know? So be careful there. Be careful there. Otherwise, 37% upside. May your trades go well. I would be very cautious. Be very, very cautious. 4-hour and 1-hour look great. Daily looks a little sketchy. Looks a little sketchy. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. We missed you. All right. Yeah, daily looking a little sketchy. Looking a little sketchy. So, and that's because of this support becoming resistance. That's our sketchiness. Okay? A confirmation low would go a long way. Would go a real long way. Anyways, let's go into the first weird request. BTC What's your market sentiment after Fed meeting? Market sentiment is things are the exact same in crypto. Downside should still be in because fundamentally nothing changed for crypto. They are not printing more money in quantitative easing the way that we want. Instead, what they're doing is they're utilizing the Fed repo center to essentially stabilize markets and allow banks to freely borrow whatever they need for overnight lending. So, good for equities, good for metals, good for those random large businesses that can still take out crazy loans. But as for average Joe, average Johnny, average Larry, yeah, they're still fucked. They don't have jobs. They're still trying to afford steak. They haven't seen steak in 2 years. They don't even know what it looks like anymore. They don't even know cows moo. Instead, they're over there just like, is this real chicken? Or is it Campbell's chicken noodle soup chicken? 3D printed garbage for poor people. They don't know. They don't know. So we're waiting for those people to finally get paid. Z F1 exclamation point. We're going to just hit enter. There we are. We're in here. In here like swimwear. Looks like a bear flag. Looks terrible. I try to help others that I ask that never get help with something that I don't know. Huh? I try to help others that I ask that never get help with something that I don't know. What? Can somebody translate that for me? I'm sorry. I don't understand that sentence. I do not understand. Oh. This doesn't look good. Porky is not the kind of guy to pour over a company's 10K filings. True. That's true. I don't do that. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Wow, you're holding it. Holy shit. All right. All right. I'm with it. We're holding it. It's Kabbalah speak. Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't want to make fun of anybody. I just literally don't understand what that meant. So looks like 14.82 billion is support. It looks a lot like the Bitcoin chart, honestly. This looks exactly like the Bitcoin chart. Green is Bitcoin, red is bonds. Oh, interesting. 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 So the bonds are still going down? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Markets very red that a strong sell-off by Bloomberg TV. Oh, okay. So they think there's going to be a really big sell-off, huh? You know, Bloomberg actually gives out good stuff. I like Bloomberg. Bloomberg's solid. Oh, weekly looks good. Weekly looks really good on this thing. Looks like it wants to go up. Looks like it wants to go green. Daily looks terrible. Daily looks really bad. Looks like it wants to come down to 14.82 billion again. Bonds have been trying to rally. I think Risk is going to win. Yeah, Risk has to win, right? Because Risk has been getting destroyed this whole time. Just this whole time, it's been getting absolutely murdered. So, I don't know. If red means bonds, that means bonds are about to win a little bit. So bonds could be coming down. This could get gross real fast. If we get a confirmation low, which that's what I would be looking for, I'd be looking for this thing to come back down 10%. But if it keeps going, we do have a measured move and support, 19% downside back to 13.16 billion. So that's looks like bonds might actually want to do something, but this looks fine. Fine for the downside. This looks like a bear flag. It doesn't look good on the daily, and we'll have to wait and see what they do, but not looking great. Not looking great. Moving on. Moving right along. We got this USP1. USP1. Just hit enter. Okay. Okay. I guess we're going to the monthly. What am I looking at? Do you watch Bloomberg TV? It is showing so much red for tomorrow. I don't watch Bloomberg TV. I probably should. That's actually a really good idea, Michael. Thank you. I'm gonna pay attention to that. What in the world is happening here? This thing looks like it's about to go lower. All-time lows? What is this? Monthly looks awful. This is the monthly. Oh my god. How does the monthly put in a bear flag? Jeez. Green is inflation expectations. Red is deflationary expectation. Oh no. So we're going into deflation? This is bad. This is really bad. Just crazy deflation then. Holy smokes. Because this is a bear pennant right here. This is gross. Terrible. We could break to the upside. I just wouldn't trust it. On your monthly time frame? Are we serious? We could be going down to 79.58. I would think 83.80 would be the stopping point though. But another 10%. Damn. And look at this gap down. My God. Wild. That is wild. All right, let's go look at Loon C. Loon C. Loon C. What a month. Holy crap. 128% on the month? Damn, Loon C? Bullish engulfing monthly candle? Are we not bearish on Loon C anymore? Holy crap. Alright, let's go in. Oh yeah, what's his face? He went to jail. That's right. So now Do Kwon. Everybody's so excited. Do Kwon went to jail. Wow. Loon C. On the weekly, you were just oversold. Now it seems like you're trying to rally. I'm guessing the party's over. XRP made a triple bottom on the daily. How do you feel about them apples, Porky? If you're going to be bullish on crypto, you gotta be bullish on XRP as well. Well, if you notice, I'm bearish on the short term, but yeah, if the whole market starts going up, definitely could see higher prices. Either way. Oh, Do Kwon. My boy, Kwon O'Mac couldn't beat the allegations. Nope, he could not beat the allegations. Could not beat it. Oh yeah, super overbought, but this is a meme. This thing could keep running just because the hype is there. Also, if people are buying into Loon C on Binance, I do believe Binance has a burning feature already in place. So this thing could rally a lot more than we expect. I would not expect it to get above this 11727 level. Chili's is looking bullish. All right, Chili's. Nice. Is my BTC coming back up or what? My bad, I'm late. I'm still so short term. Bitcoin could fall up to 10%, but as like you look at the weekly time frame, it looks pretty damn good. Are you in any trades right now? I'm getting shafted on my AVAX trade right now. Still not stopped out. Look at that. Still not stopped out. Yeah, getting shafted on AVAX. That's about it. I'm long on AVAX. I'm down like 50%. It's great. It's awesome. It's my life right now. As I started trading more and I stopped really focusing a lot on the trades, I was like, wow, markets have been awfully weird lately. Just up and down, up and down. It's like a roller coaster out there. So I don't really feel bad about not being in as many trades. Famous last tweet as the Titanic took a plunge. Steady, lads. True. Very volatile. Easy to get screwed by Luna twice. Ooh, terrible. If you believe in the meme value of Loon C, that's kind of where people are buying. If you believe in that meme value. But all in all, there's no real reason to buy this thing. So if you're out there to gamble, yeah, there's a possibility of more upside. Just remember, you are gambling. 86% possible upside. Good luck to you gamblers. Already overbought on the daily. At all-time lowest levels of support. So, good luck. Good luck. SSK. Nope, it is the ETF. Alright, we're looking at the ETF for Solana. Oh, very little data on this thing. Very, very little. We're going to go right there. And we're going to go right about there. Alright. In the bearish control zone for the weekly. Nice to see. Daily, not looking great. But you are trying to put in some weird little uptrend here. It's just low volume, isn't it? Bullish divergence, higher low. So on the Solana ETF, you kind of would expect some bids to the upside. Your RSI and your stochastic RSI are arguing with each other. So needless to say, you would wait, of course, and see where it goes. But I don't like this level of resistance that we have not even been able to touch. So we have not been able to even touch 2337. Even if you pop up there, that's going to be resistance. So cool that we came down. We touched a level that could be acting as support, could not be. We have no real confirmation. We have semi-confirmation because we hit it once, we hit it twice. Now we're putting in a higher low. What I would love to see, hit that 2574, come back down, hit the 1935, then get another break, break to the upside, and then higher low. At that higher low, that would be the beautiful little type 3 or type 2 return, and that would actually give you some confidence, like, oh, we're uptrending, great. But until that happens, it just looks like we're stuck in a downtrend, and it's just trying to get to that 2574. Till you test that, confirm your low, break out, confirm, or get a higher low. We're waiting, we're seeing. We don't know. Sit on your hands, enjoy the show. As for taking gambles on it, I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth taking a gamble on it just yet. Think it could still see more downside. Still a possibility. UCN. What the fuck is this? Okay, whoever decided to request this, thanks for showing us the ability of just go up. This looks ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't trust this thing with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't touch this thing with your money. I wouldn't touch it with somebody who already died's money. Because this looks ridiculous. Wow, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Alright, Jupe. And the, I guess, final request of the evening. Jupiter, all-time lows. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Looks like we're going down. You're catching 0 bids. 0. No one's buying Jupiter. That looks really bad. Is that a wrapped pair? Looks like wrapped token appreciation. Cannot be a real token. Yeah, I have no idea what that thing is. No idea. UCN. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's ranked number 3. I think it's this one. U-Chain. Market cap's 83 million. Daily volume 17.5 million. Crazy. Oh, Thank you so much for the $5 super chat there. Appreciate you, man. I bit End the night BTC ETF. All right, we'll check that out. We'll check that out. I'll finish looking at Jupiter real quick, and then we'll go look at that. All UCN. Oh God, sounds terrible. That sounds awful. All right, daily struggling hard. 4 hours falling harder than a rock. This doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. The lower high is what really does it for me. You could say that there's some bullish divergence, but until you start putting in higher lows, you're just going to think you're going to see more lower lows. So right now, you could see another 5.59%, possibly even 11% downside. We will see. Long pie! All right, everybody, do what he says. Take that financial advice. Sue him later. Sue him later. It'll be fine. All right. So yeah, this one, until you start putting in some higher lows, you just got to think you're going to keep bleeding out on Jupiter. If you do catch some bids, resistance at 33 cents. It's kind of cut and dry right now. It's trying to reset, so that's kind of nice. If we do get an overnight rally, great. This thing might actually pump a little bit, but don't expect too much. Not right now. Not out of Jupiter. Until they start clearing out all the different scams on the Solana network, the Jupiter DEX is going to be a little bit underwater. So the scams need to clear out, and then we might be able to start playing with Jupiter more often. I don't know if Jupiter is still doing the airdrops either. I don't remember if they're still doing airdrops. I bit. Let's see it. I bit. Let's see what we got here. What they doing? IBIT looks interesting on the weekly. Looks really interesting on... Wait a minute. This looks great on the weekly. Holy shit. Are they buying their own shit? Damn! Holding that 46.83 level. Beautiful. Beautiful back test. And then you got support sitting right below it at 43.37. That's great. Yeah, weekly's fully reset in the bearish control zone. Your daily right now kind of looks like dog shit, just like Bitcoin does. But are we broken out? Are we actually broken out? No, we're not. So I would say this still looks like a bear flag. We could come back down to 46.83 before we start seeing a rally, but this looks really decent. I do like it. Death Cross coming in hot, though. Death Cross coming in hot. So be prepared for that. Also, we have a level that could be acting as a major resistance. And that is something like this right here, which we're fighting with it right now. Great. You can see it plain as day. You was used as support, became a resistance, became a support, and now we fell below it, utilizing it as a resistance. So until we confirm that low and break above it, we're going to think a little bit more downside. Thank you, Jim, for being the Chad of the chat. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you, everybody who came into the live stream. You're great. Thanks for bearing with me while we look through all the precious metals and stocks and everything. Hopefully it was a little eye-opening for you. We're going to just a little retake NVIDIA. I'm looking for about 19% downside. Give it some time. And then maybe even a 28% downside move. We'll see what happens. It's hard to call these downsides, but I do remember the last time I called for downside, I was right, and I'm going to hang my hat on that shit. How about Sui? We already looked at Sui. Already looked at it. Looking at Bitcoin, looking like we could see up to a 10% drop in Bitcoin. Perfectly fine. It's normal. People take profits before the new year. Is what it is. I guess we'll go take a little recap on Sui. So recap on Sui here is Sui. I would prefer to see it confirm that low down here at 125. We could see it go lower, but it's just not looking fantastic. Not right now. We got to wait for confirmation. We got to wait for breakouts. We got to do a lot of stuff and things. It's the daily time frames that are looking rough with these high stochastics. Still in the bearish control zone. It's not looking great. Not looking great. So yeah, we could be in for a little bit more pain before the year is over. Look at this as a downtrend. We could very easily come down to 125.54. So bit more downside is possible. We're hoping for green days. We could see a little overnight pop to the upside if we do see an overnight pop to the upside, I personally will be looking for shorts in the morning. That's what I'll be looking for. Have fun with rugby. I will. I do have rugby practice tomorrow night. I have a round robin games this Saturday, so I will be having a good time. We'll be having a really good time. Yeah, other than that, guys, hey, keep your stop losses tight. Make sure you're paying attention to what's going on out there. I do believe there are some things that are going to do well, like platinum. Platinum looks like it's going to do really well. Silver has been doing very well, but looks like it's kind of pittering out. So we'll see where the market takes it. Copper looks like a really good opportunity at like 4.5% to the downside. Google is just a money-making machine. Just this thing looks like the most profitable thing out here. And of course, the most positive thing we looked at tonight is Zcash. Zcash looking like the most positive thing. I would still like to see it come down to 290, but on like the 1 hour time frame, it looks really good. The 15-minute has me scared. The 1 hour looks really, really nice. So take that as you will. Risk on assets send starting tomorrow. You think so? Hey, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna see if you're lying or not. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Take it easy. Keep your stop losses tight. Deuces. Also, if you need an exchange, check the links in the description down below. Amazing deposit bonuses are going on right now. Take advantage, guys. Take advantage. Anyways, deuces, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Oh, join the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, link in the description. It's free for everybody. Go join that. It's a great place to be.